Hello, hello, welcome back once more. So today we got a fun one. We have the G-Line Light Armor. This is a situation battle. It's actually should be the current situation battle going on at the time. Right? Oh, maybe. Never mind, ignore me. The thing's probably changed. But anyways, the G-Line Light Armor. I have not played with the light armor in a really long time. I think I took it out. Yeah, I've taken it out a couple times in the past, but very rarely. So this was a really cool one for me to take out in this context. I'm switching around. You can see me switching around trying to figure out what it actually has weapon-wise, because again, I never take it out. It's got the beam rifle, you can see right there. Charges stuns when fully charged, like most charging beam rifles, like that. Got a good downswing there, too. It looks like it caught on the shield, though, unfortunately, and what you'll see, too, is those missiles that come out of the shoulders can be fired while boosting, which is a little bit abnormal. And they do stun when they build enough hits, so you can do some interesting maneuvering where you're boosting around using those rockets to try and stun something, to then move in or fall out, whatever you need to do with it. Which we're getting massacred here, so we're clearly not doing, but they're fun, they're interesting. It can be a little tricky to land them consistently enough to build stun, just by nature of, rockets are slower moving weapons, so they do tend to have that kind of problem where unless you're leading really well with them or really close range, it can be tricky to be consistent with them. This was a really interesting thing to drop down to. It was right here when I found out that they had I think that's the Ifrit Noct? I think that's the Ifrit Noct. I might be wrong about that. That's another one that's been a while since I last used. And you can see there, too, the missiles just going everywhere and not doing anything. But we are trying to be a little aggressive, trying to get in without being too aggressive, which is tricky now that I've got the entire team in front of me and all my allies behind me, which is why we pulled back behind cover. I am trying to get a good peek, trying to move in, not really doing much, or not move in, trying to find the opportunity to move in, I think is the best way to put it. We got some hits with the rockets finally, though, and sunk a shot into the wall. That's no good, not doing any good there. Now that the rest of my team is starting to move up, though, I finally have a little bit more clearance to try and push, and we just wasted a shot into the wall again. Not sure why he didn't get the tackle. I actually disagree with that. And then I think I managed to get the tackle there. Either that or his ally knocked him over. Not quite sure what happened. But either way, we got taken down. And I love those grenades, by the way. Which one is that? I want to say that's the... That was just on screen and I wasn't paying attention, wasn't it? Regardless, whichever Dom type it was, I forget which Dom type it is, but those grenades, they track. When you throw them in the air, they basically launch, and then they track to where the camera is facing, so you can arch them around things and whatnot. They're really fun. You can throw them in the air, boost at something, they'll come back down right on top of the thing you're boosting at. It's very fun. But I'm very fortunate to have immediately found the support as soon as I drop in, so I am pushing in trying to take him out, but unfortunately that Dom spawned again. So now I'm facing down with that, and we're going to see that grenade whiz past me. But you can see it fly through the air like that if you're paying attention. Again, very cool weapon. I quite like it. But we're taking a good beating from that Dom, and I'm going to push right around that corner again, using my rockets to try to do what I can, and one of them hit at least. I'm actually surprised. I thought they were all just going to fly off into oblivion, but we got one hit. Some damage is happening at least. I'm trying to fire at their support without poking out too much because this guy's right here. Oh, that's a frustrating failure to do anything. We're going to fall to that, unfortunately. Again, that tackle timing just never feels quite right. But yeah, we got hit by that. We didn't get the tackle off, and as I've talked about before, stuck there, out of boost, really nothing you can do. Failed tackles are a death sentence. I think I've probably survived failed tackles when allies are right there, because there's nothing you can do at that point. You're pretty much it. Well, Well, sometimes I've actually had instances where I fail that tackle, and then we start just bouncing sabers off each other back and forth forever. That's happened before too, and that's always quite funny. There's that Ifrit again. We did get a stun. We should move. There we go. Move in, get some melee hits on him. I should have done a downswing. I can't remember if this has just the 2 or 3 swings. I think we purposely pulled back there. I was going to say that was really weird that I pulled back like that, but now I'm looking at the 3 guys I'm now dealing with, including that Ifrit. That might have been intentional, but it didn't save me in the end. Either that or I thought I would have missed and then got the hit anyway. I don't know. It's interesting I didn't follow up with a downswing or another swing of some kind. But unfortunately, we dropped again. The rest of the team is strong, though, so we've at least got a good point to jump back in on. We are down by a couple points, though, so that's not ideal. But with the team in full force, so long as we stick together fairly well and put good pressure on the enemy, we can make the point differentiation back. Case in point, we've already done it, actually. It's still a very close score, but the points are closer now. We've gained the advantage now, so all we need to do is really push in, get some damage on there. Allies took him out, thankfully, so he's now dropped as well, keeping up good forward pressure. Looks like, oh, I bounced off of, that's not great. Bounced off of the G-Line assault armor. Ifrit Noct is really trying to get me down, but I am not sure whether my tack, because I'm not sure which one, that's interesting. I'm not sure whether the tackle or the shot took him down. The tackle might have actually done it, but the shot stunned him. Got a great drop on him. Just a perfect opportunity arose on that one. I'm moving in here. I want to help defend our, I think that's the G-Line assault a little. Yeah, the G-Line assault. And he got eaten. Yeah, so we're bunched up pretty well now, and it makes it really hard for them to do much. Finally got a tackle. I'm so happy I finally got that tackle off. And you can see we have very definitively regained that point difference at this point, because we are just moving in as a unit and absolutely ripping, or we were moving in as a unit and absolutely ripping things apart. Now I'm out on my own, but, well, now they've coalesced back again, which means that our enemy here is going to have a really hard time of actually doing much. Oh, we're actually pretty beaten up too. I just looked at the health levels. We just got another guy drop too. I'm gonna push on this guy. I'm gonna try to take him down. I doubt we're gonna be able to do it within the time we have. Looks like, yeah, I see that Dom come down. I'm focusing on him so that he can't, in theory, so that he can't do anything to our ally, who unfortunately was dropped by the Gelgug instead, and we did not fare much better for the rest of that. But hey, we still have a point advantage at least. So we're not gonna lose for it, at least, so long as nobody else drops. The point difference is really close right now. Thankfully, we did get that push earlier that gave us that advantage before we all started to drop. But it's close enough that they could absolutely still win this if they have a nice, strong push, which I don't see them doing. So sadly, we couldn't finish off that last guy there. Did not have anywhere near enough time, but at least we prevented him from doing anything. We got that stun in there. So that's something at least. But yeah, you can see I got decent damage on this one. It's, well, and that really comes down to that last bit there where everyone was kind of moving together. I feel that is where the majority, that's definitely where the majority of my damage came in, because there were plenty of attacks of opportunity that came up at that point. But we took a decent beating outside of that, I will be honest. I got a little bit, I feel too aggressive in a lot of cases, got myself way too isolated. It's so easy with suits like this, because the problem is it's really fast. You could probably notice that. It boosts really fast. It has forced injectors is the name of it. It has forced injectors, so it can change direction mid-boost. So you want to, or I want to, I should say, I want to go in and then boost around things and zip around, and then I run out of boost and get killed by the 3 guys I've gotten surrounded by because I pushed way too far in. It happens. It's something to learn from and not keep doing. But regardless, that'll do it for this video for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.